Good morning, 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 morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's a beautiful weekend. It's a beautiful weekend morning. This is day number 143 of our 365 days of power consciousness. Welcome to Success Elementary. My name is Gilbert Gwaze, and I'll be the one who guides you. I'll be the one who studies with you. I'm the guy who decided that after bumping into this information, realizing that this information can never be found or has never been taught to me in the whole education system from grade 1 up until I finished my diploma. I never came across this information. When I came across it, I had just one goal, just to share it with you and to share it with like-minded people, to help my brothers and sisters, to help my family, to become better people, to know better, and to achieve better in life. And I am on a good path. I will tell you this for a fact, that I'm on a good path. We are making strides, we are making moves, we are making changes. Each and every day I work on myself. As I'm working with you, I'm working on me at the same time. So it is always good if you do understand this information, and if you feel you can share it with someone. Trust me, that's the best thing and the best way for you to go about it. You teach it to someone else, you're studying it twice. And the more you repeat it, auto-suggestion, remember, there's a principle of auto-suggestion. We are creatures of habit. So scientists say that it takes almost 21 days, but I say 30, almost 30 days to establish a new habit within your routine, because we are all creatures of habit. And the subject that we are on, which is called persistence, is more like waging a war upon yourself. It's more like putting up a fight against your old self, because now you want to move into a new space. Now you want to start pursuing your goal. Now you want to start becoming more. You want to start getting more. As soon as that starts happening, I'll tell you this for a fact, you're going to smack right in front of something that is going to push you back, to make you stay the same and give you every reason for you to stay the same. And that's what we are trying to fight by continuously studying and helping each other each and every day, so that we continue to fight and support each other. We continue to fight those old habits. We continue to fight so that we establish the new habits in the thickest of dirt, and we try to clean ourselves. We try to clean our minds of all the belief systems that we are being taught, which do not support growth. Because all we are here for in Success Elementary is to grow. And if you're not growing, my mentor says you are disintegrating. Everyone could be dying a very slow death up until the day the casket closes. So at the end of the day, thank you so much for joining me this morning. It's always been my passion. It's always a pleasure having to share this information with you each and every morning. Remember, we are now on YouTube, and go and subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification button, because it's going to be on a daily basis that I upload good information. We continue to study, and for this particular season we are studying Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and we're on chapter 9, which is hammering and taking us home in as far as persistence goes. And persistence is more like blocking all the options out. You're more like blocking all other options out and focusing on one. Once you focus, you continue to act on it each and every day. Incremental growth till you start to get confident, till you keep going. You can't run a 5 kilometer marathon right on the first day. You're going to have to start off with 100 meters. The next day you do 200 meters. The next day you do 300 meters. As you gain confidence, as you convince yourself and you take over that self-conversation that is happening in your head that you can't do it, and tell yourself that you can do it, the more you get confident in, the more you get twisted, the more you get embedded in that self-belief that you can do almost anything, the better results are going to come on your way. And the more persistent you're going to have to grow a more persistent habit. On top of that, you're going to have to surround yourself with people who are persistent, because it all comes down to the people that you hang around with. So when you are choosing your friends, or when you are choosing your business partners, choose the people who've got the same drive. Choose the people who are going to encourage you, who push you, who inspire you to become more. It's always a good thing for you to do that, because if you surround yourself with persistent people, birds of the same feathers flock together. Somewhere, somehow it will rub off. Very soon you become a persistent individual, and you learn the art of focusing, because From others, you pick up good traits and you keep going, you keep at it. So yeah, let's continue with our study. Napoleon Hill has got a very special message for us this morning, and it's such a beautiful thing, man. So we continue from where we left off yesterday. If you've been joining us, I can't say of the paragraph because this book is called the Prosperity Bible. It's called the 7-in-1. I wish we had the same copy, but from the copy that I've shared with you as a PDF, remember, when we started reading off this book, we are on chapter 9, which is persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith, the 8th step towards riches. So we are somehow on page 2, on the third or fourth page. I will start. You will find your way as we go. If you select a mastermind group with care, you will have in it at least one person who will aid you in the development of persistence. Some men who have accumulated great fortunes did so because of necessity. They developed the habit of persistence because they were so closely driven by circumstances. They had to become persistent. There is no substitute for persistence. It cannot be supplanted by any other quality. Remember this, and it will hearten you in the beginning when the going may seem to be difficult and slow. Those who have cultivated the habit of persistence seem to enjoy insurance against failure. No matter how many times they are defeated, they finally arrive up towards the top of the ladder. Sometimes it appears that there is a hidden guide whose duty is to test men through all sorts of discouraging experiences. Those who pick themselves up after defeat and keep on trying arrive, and the words cry, "Bravo! I knew I could do it." The hidden guide lets no one enjoy great achievements without passing the persistent test. Those who can't take it simply do not make the grade. Those who can take it are bountifully rewarded for their persistence. They receive as their compensation whatever goal they are pursuing. That is not all. They receive something infinitely more important than material compensation: the knowledge that every failure brings with it a seed of an equivalent advantage. There are exceptions to this rule. A few people know from experience the soundness of persistence. They are the ones who have not accepted defeat as being anything more than temporary. They are the ones whose desires are so persistently applied that defeat is finally changed into victory. We who stand on the sidelines of life see the overwhelmingly large number who go down in defeat, never to rise again. We see the few who take the punishment of defeat as an urge to great efforts. These, unfortunately, never learn to accept life's reverse gear. But what we do not see, what most of us never suspect of existing, is the silent but irresistible power which comes to the rescue of those who fight on in face of discouragement. If we speak of this power at all, we call it persistence. And let it go at that. One thing we all know: if one does not possess persistence, one does not achieve noteworthy success in any calling. As these lines are being written, I look up from my work and see before me, less than a block away, a great mysterious Broadway, the graveyard of dead hopes, and the front porch of opportunity. From all over the world, people have come to Broadway seeking fame, fortune, power, love, or whatever it is that human beings call success. Once in a great while, someone steps out from the long procession of seekers, and the world hears that another person has mastered Broadway. But Broadway is not easily nor quickly conquered. She acknowledges talent, recognizes genius, pays off in money only after one refuses to quit. Then we know he has discovered the secret of how to conquer Broadway. The secret is always inseparably attached to one word: persistence. The secret is told in the struggle of Fanny Hurst, whose persistence conquered the Great White Wall, the Great White Way. She came to New York in 1915 to convert writing into riches. The conversion did not come quickly, but it came. 4 years, Miss Hurst learned about the sidewalks of New York from first-hand experience. She spent her days laboring and her nights hoping. When hope grew dim, she did not say, "All right, Broadway, you win." She said, "Very well, Broadway, you may weep some, but not me. I'm going to force you to give up." One publisher, the Saturday Evening Post, sent her 36 rejection slips before she broke the ice and got a story across. The average writer, like the average in other walks of life, would have given up the job when the first rejection slip came. She pounded the pavements for 4 years to the tune of the publisher's no, because she was determined to win. Then came the payoff. The spell had been broken. The unseen guide had tested Fanny Hurst, and she could take it. From that time, only publishers made the beaten path to her door. Money came so fast, she hardly had the time to count it. Then, the moving pictures men discovered, and money came not in small amounts, but in floods. The moving pictures rights to her latest novel, Great Laughter, brought her 100,000. Now adjusted that for inflation, it amounts to a couple of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. Said to be the highest paid ever for a story before publishing. Her royalties for the sale of the book probably will run much more. Briefly, you have a description of what persistence is capable of achieving. Fanny Hurst is no exception. Wherever men or women accumulate great riches, you may be sure they first acquired persistence. Broadway will give any beggar a cup of coffee and a sandwich, but it demands persistence to those who go after the big stakes. Kate Smith will say amen when she reads this. For years she sang without money and without price, without any microphone she could reach. Broadway said to her, "Come and get it if you can take it." She did take it until one happy Broadway got tired and said, "Oh, what's the use? You don't know where you're whipped. So name your price and you go to work in earnest." Miss Smith named a price. It was plenty. Away up in figures, so high that 1 week's salary is far more than most people make in a whole year. Verily, it pays to be persistent. And here is an encouraging statement which carries with it a suggestion of great significance. Thousands of singers who excel Kate Smith are walking up and down Broadway, looking for the break without success. Countless others have come and gone. Many of them sang well enough, but they failed to take the grade because they lacked the courage to keep on and keeping on until Broadway became tired of turning them away. Persistence is a state of mind. Therefore, it can be cultivated. Like all states of mind, persistence is based upon definite cause. Among them, these. A. Definitiveness of purpose. Knowing that one wants is the first and perhaps the most important step towards development of persistence. A strong motive forces one to surmount any difficulties. B. The desire. It is comparatively easy to compare, to acquire, and to maintain persistence in pursuing the object of intense desire. C. Self-reliance. Belief in one's ability to carry out a plan encourages one to follow the plan through with persistence. Self-reliance can be developed through the principle described in the chapter of autosuggestion, which is repetition. D. Definitiveness of plans. Organized plans, even though they may be weak or entirely impractical, encourages persistence. E. Accurate knowledge. Knowing that one's plans are sound, based upon experience or observation, encourages persistence. Guessing instead of knowing destroys persistence. F. Cooperation. Sympathy, understanding, and harmonious cooperation with others tend to develop persistence. G. Willpower. The habit of concentrating one's thoughts upon the building of plans for the attainment of a definite purpose leads to persistence. H. Habit. Persistence is the direct result of habit. The mind absorbs and becomes part of the daily experiences upon which it feeds. Fear, the worst of all enemies, can be effectively cured by forced repetition of acts of courage. Everyone who has seen active service in war knows this. Before leaving the subject of persistence, take inventory of yourself and determine in what particular, if any, you are lacking in this essential quality. Measure yourself courageously, point by point, and see how many of the 8 factors of persistence you lack. The analysis may lead to discoveries that will give you a new grip of yourself. So we'll end here. The next thing that we're going to do is to read the symptoms of lack of persistence. But in conclusion, it is so clear that those 6 steps that you were given in chapter 2, of writing down exactly what you want, of painting a picture clearly of where you're going, is the first step, which is the most important step of all steps. Coming up with a goal which is worthy, which is going to push you to grow, which is going to stretch you, not to strain you, which is going to make you grow, is the most important step that you're going to have to take. It's the very thing that is the seed of persistence. Because you can't be persistent in everything. And you can't be running in 15 different directions and then claim that you are persistent. You're going to have to follow and pursue one goal and one goal only, with determination and everything inside of yourself, to be the best version of yourself. You might need to surround yourself with like-minded people. People who think the same way you think. People who like the same way things you like. People who study the same way you want to study. That's why we created this group and this space, Success Elementary, for growth. Is to foster growth. Is to continuously give each other tips and tricks. And continuously study great authors and great artists who have achieved and who have managed to put these things into a manual which we can all read and follow in simple language. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing to have something that you follow and something that you commit to go with, even if you face temporary defeat. Being defeated temporarily does not mean you should quit. You're going to have to keep on You're going to have to keep fighting, to keep pushing, fighting for your dreams, fighting to become better, fighting to get more with every inch of everything that you've got. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. You can start today. The plan can be flawed, can be impractical, can be almost an impossibility. The plan you can come up with right now can be an impossibility. But guess what? You can change the plan, but the goal should never change. These are words on persistence, and the next time we are going to be studying on the things that can really show you, because I told you that the whole secret of studying Napoleon Hill and studying these principles of success is really getting to understand ourselves better, is to grow in self-awareness. It's not going out there to be marking people and to be, analyzing and judging people. No. It's to judge ourselves. It's to go in and look for the qualities that really fosters growth and that supports us to be better. That's what the whole journey is all about. Knowing that higher side of ourselves and how it operates, and understanding the laws that govern the spiritual part of ourselves. That's what it is all about. If we understand that and get that part, then it is going to be easy for us to be persistent, because we know the laws of growth. We know the laws of cause and effect. We know the laws of manifestation. We know the laws of reciprocity. We know the laws of karma. We know the laws of increase. We know the laws of compensation. Once we get an understanding of those laws, nothing is ever going to stand in our way, because we now have a deeper understanding, and we would have grown a faith based on a deeper understanding of who we truly are. The importance of knowing yourself better than you have known yourself before. That's what fosters persistence. And as we continue to study on persistence and on the symptoms of lack of persistence, we are going to have to reflect and really gauge ourselves. Where are we lacking? Where do we need to improve? It's all in self-analysis and self-introspection that we are going to get lit, and we are going to see a path which is more clear than it has ever been. Up until then, oh man, there is nothing else that can change if you do not work on you, if you do not study for yourself to get more options and to get more new information. Because the information that you might be carrying right now could not be enough, could not be correct, it could be wrong. Who knows? How are you going to know if you do not take the first initiative of getting new information and getting more insight on different things that you want to encounter or the different things that you want to go for? It only takes a couple of minutes a day. And each and every day, I've dedicated 365 days, which is close to a year. Just me and you studying here. So we have come to the end of our lesson today. And thank you so much for sticking in for for 23 minutes. It only takes that much to continue to push in the right direction, to continue to get good information. It is always a pleasure for me to be coming here and to be serving you, and to be studying with you, and to be sharing with you these great words of wisdom from Napoleon Hill. So up until we meet again tomorrow, same time, same place. If you want to get a notification as soon as we upload something new each and every day, just press the notification button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Like and share all these videos. We've got plenty of these videos from the beginning, from the first month of the year, which is January the 1st, up until to this day, on our YouTube page. You can go there, you can visit, I'll make an effort of transferring them to YouTube so that they will be in one place. But up until then, same time, same place, stay blessed, enjoy your weekend, relax, continue to study, choose wisely the people you choose to hang around with, because you are the sum total of you are going to hang around with. And they say your net worth can be summed up into the number of people that you hang around with. If you hang around broke people, most likely you're going to be broke. If you hang around rich people and focused people and goal-oriented people, people who want personal development, you have no other way but you're going to be personally developed yourself. So thank you so much, Oman. It's always a pleasure. Success Elementary is the page. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to push on the notification button. Up until we meet again, same time, same place. Captain Gwaze, enjoy your weekend. Cheers.